Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of the TreeTopChat. Last week we had Frida from Vermeer Viking with us on the chat, who told us about everyday work at Vermeer, what they're doing, what machinery they sell, and how they support their customers in both Norway and Sweden. So if you missed that episode, or any other episodes for that matter, please check them out on our IGTV channel or on our YouTube channel. A bit of an update from the store. I'm not sure if I mentioned this last week, but we have some new winches from Eder. We also have some new kit from FTC coming in that we're going to put up during the weekend. But today we have a very special guest, namely Ann Elisabeth Jacobsen, who runs Sweden. Ann Elisabeth is one of Sweden's most skilled chainsaw operators, I would say, and even trains in chainsaw and brush cutting use. So if you have any questions for her or for us, type them in the chat and we will try to answer them throughout this call, little conversation today. So without further ado, let's bring Ann Elisabeth on. So we'll see if she's there. There she is.
Yes, here I am.
How are you? Everything good?
Yes, I can't see myself now, but I think that's maybe the best.
Well, that's well, I think you've seen that yourself before.
Yeah, good.
So you had a good day?
Yeah, a lazy day, just a short job in the morning, and then I went to Arboristbutiken.
Yeah, I think I've seen it before today. So this is the second time we meet today.
Yes.
Good. So let's start here with some of the questions that we have for today's little session. So we want to start asking you about your Instagram account. You have over 2,700 posts, so which is more than I've seen anybody else post before. So how do you manage to post that much?
Well, I had the account for almost 6 years. So if I post one post each day, that's more than 2,000. So, and from the beginning, I think, well, when I had bigger jobs, I posted a lot of stuff every day, like a hinge and a chainsaw and some sharpening. But then I realized that it's enough with one each day, or maybe too much.
Good. So how would you say that your Instagram use have had any effect on your job, and if so, what has the effect been?
I've been doing a lot of job in different countries because of the network I've built up on Instagram. So I think that's the biggest benefit, and also I had some sponsorship requests, and that's also fun.
Yeah. So you have in excess of 40,000 followers. That's quite a lot.
Yes, that's amazing. I have no idea how it could be so much. I've been thinking many times during these years that now it's enough. Now it will stop. I won't have any more followers. And then, well, but it's like ticking more slowly now because I don't put as much time into it any longer. And also I think Instagram followers today have higher expectations than they had like 4, 5, 6 years ago, because then Instagram was quite new, so people were happy with like a picture of a nice hinge with a chainsaw on the stump. But now it's more like you need to I don't know, have more advanced stuff. So, but I try to keep it simple because it's still my main focus is my job, and Instagram is on the side. So I can't spend too much time each day on Instagram or to make uh, great stuff to post on Instagram, because that's not what my job is about.
But I've seen some of your posts and some of your feeds. You're putting some efforts into your pictures. Are you using filters and or you just posting kind of raw pictures?
Yeah, yeah, I'm kind of, well, I'm okay when it comes to fell a tree and that stuff, but when it comes to editing pictures or videos, I have no idea how to do that. And some people try to teach me a thing or two, but I'm not easy to convince that I'm supposed to sit and edit videos when I'm home from work.
Oh. So if we leave your Instagram for a while, how did you end up in the tree care business? How did that process or journey look like for you?
I started to work 2004 with taking care of nature reservations, because I'm a gardener from the beginning. So 2004 I had to go to these chainsaw courses to be allowed to work with a chainsaw as a professional. And then after like 3 years I wanted to advance a little bit more and went to new courses and also got new certifications. So from 2007 2008 it's been more more special jobs with who requires more from me. The first 3 years I was like walking around in the nature reservations and just cut down the ugliest tree or the dangerous trees. But after 2007 2008 I was thinking more about what I was doing when I was using my chainsaw, and my interest started to grow a lot faster.
Okay. So you've been running a chainsaw for a long time. Actually, I have to ask you, do you keep count of how many trees you've cut down?
No,
No.
I don't count my trees, but I still remember many of the trees I've been cutting down through the years, because um, yeah, I really like trees, and some trees it's been really hard for me to take down because it's kind of yeah, it's a trees history, and people who want trees to go away because they want to have more sun, or yeah,
Yeah. So, well, of course, you had a lot of training, but how do you think you became so good in running a chainsaw? Is there a special gene that you have for being so good at what you do?
um, I think I had good teachers from the I had a really good teacher from the Swedish forestry government, and he is still in the back of my mind when I'm out working, especially when I'm having my chainsaw courses. I can see him and hear him. So I had good teachers, and also I'm kind of a bad loser. So if I'm going into something, I want to be the best. It's not like second best is not something I want to be. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I'm aiming for being quite good.
Yeah. Well, I suppose being able to hold courses in both how to operate the chainsaw and also brush cutting requires experience and knowing what to do. So That's a good segue into the next question. I told everybody in the beginning what you do, but you also teach in chainsaw and brush cutting. So how did you end up doing that, and how do you find the time for that as well?
It started with a company 2008 asking if I wanted to work as an instructor for them. And before that, I didn't think that I could be a chainsaw teacher. So that started to, I was starting to think about that, but 2008 wasn't the year that I started with my own chainsaw courses. It took some years. So actually 2014 I started to work as an instructor on my own.
Okay. So another very cool initiative is the Husqvarna India Logger Meeting.
Another very cool initiative
tell us a little bit about that and how you got involved in that.
Tell us a little bit involved in that. Well, I'm a Husqvarna ambassador in Sweden, and Husqvarna India asked the Husqvarna Global if they had someone who could come and join the first logger meetings in India. It was in early December last year. And I got the question and I said, India, wow, that's cool. So I went to India and it was really great. I was there at 2 logger meetings. They invited the loggers to come and listen about safety equipment and insurance and everything, and it was really emotional because there were people there telling their story about the life they are living and also about loss they had because of forestry work.
Nice.
And I worked with a company in between the logger meetings called Precare India. You know those guys?
Yeah, we know Jonas. He's been on the chat maybe about 2 months ago, I think. So he participated as well.
No, I went to them in between because the logger meetings were at the weekends. So the week in between the logger meetings, I went down to see Jonas and his team. Jonas, Anadi, and the other guys.
Wow, no, it's good. We had a bit of a lag there, I think. But all this came about because I suppose because you have a cooperation with Husqvarna and also our Husqvarna ambassador, right?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yeah, I think the opportunity you had in India with the logger meeting was because you have a cooperation with Husqvarna and you are also the Husqvarna ambassador.
Yes, because Husqvarna India asked Husqvarna Global about a person who could come down and show them some tricks and talk about safety or more safe techniques when using a chainsaw.
So how long have you worked with Husqvarna and how did that cooperation develop?
Husqvarna called me almost 5 years ago and asked if I wanted some kind of cooperation because at that time I had I don't know 5,000 or 6,000 followers on Instagram, and it was a lot then, and they saw what I did on social media, and I said, well, maybe you can come with some suggestions. And then the spring of 2015, I think it was. No, 2016, sorry.
Okay.
So it's almost 5 years ago.
Okay. So
So
now let's
now
get
let's get
into your
into your
funniest job
funniest
story.
job story.
Tell us about your
Tell us
funniest
about your
job story.
funniest job story.
The funniest job story. Sorry, I don't know, because I'm having fun all the time at work. Can you give some examples, like funny with funny people? I
Yeah,
can tell you.
or when something
When
crazy
something
just
crazy
happened,
just
or
happened, or
something like that.
something like that.
Oh,
A
I
tree
A
fell the
tree
wrong
fell the
way,
wrong
or
way, or
we had
we
somebody
had
told us
somebody
about he
told us
was
about he
felling a
was
tree over
felling
a
a tree
garage,
over
for
a
instance.
garage,
That
for
was on
instance.
the
That was on
in the
the
newspapers.
newspapers.
No, I don't have any funny stories like that, but I can tell you a funny story about. It was 1st of April, and I was quite new with using a chainsaw. It must have been like 2008 or something, and I was texting my mom to make her an April Fool. So I texted her like, "Oh no, I fell the tree over my car." And I was sure that she would understand that I would never do that. And she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, but that's okay. I guess you have insurance." I was like, "Oh no." So, but
So that kind
So
of
that
came
kind
out
of
the
came
wrong
out the
way.
wrong way.
yeah, but I have a lot of funny stories when it comes to involving other people who's not expecting me to know my job, because I'm a woman, obviously. Like when I come out on work site with a male colleague, uh, some people thinks that I'm just a trainee or the wife of my colleague or something. So if they ask like, "Oh, so you're like helping out a little bit today?" And I say, "Yeah, I'm just a trainee." And then I pretend to be that for a while, and then I start to chainsaw, and their eyes are like big because they realize that I was just fooling them.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's
That
funny.
can be fun.
So
So
is there
is
any,
there any,
you've been doing
you've
this
been doing
for
this
quite some
for
time
quite
now.
some time
Is
now.
there
Is
any
there
good
any good
advice you can
advice you
give
can
to
give
any
to
of
any
the
of the
younger
younger
arborists out
arborists
there?
out there?
Yeah, just get training. And what I used to say to young arborist students, make sure you are a really good tree faller, because you really need to be able to do ground felling as well, not just climb in a tree and do advanced cutting. So because I meet people quite often that's really skilled up in the tree, but when it comes to felling regular trees, it's not always the same quality of the job. I'm trying to work on my climbing skills because I'm lacking a lot there, but yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Good.
Good.
So
So
we have a
we have a
question that we
question
got
that we
from
got from
a viewer
a
before
viewer
this
before
chat.
this
So
chat. So
how many
how many
chainsaws have you
chainsaws have
owned
you owned
throughout your
throughout
career?
your career?
Yeah, I tried to list them here actually. So can you see them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 17, but I think I maybe had like a few more. But now I only have like 5, 6 chainsaws or something.
5 or 6.
5 or 6.
And
Yeah.
and you have
You
them in
have
your
them in
living
your
room as
living
well,
room as well.
or is that
Or is that
models?
models?
Not at the moment. This is my chainsaw room where I do the sharpening and yeah, maintaining my machines. But
That's
I have
probably
like
that's probably the
The
neatest
neatest
workshop I've
workshop
seen.
I've seen.
It looks
yeah,
It
very
looks
clean
very
and
clean
very
and very
nice.
nice.
yeah, it's more clean than inside my house actually. But I have normally I have a few chainsaws inside the house. Yes.
I suppose you have a few kind of dummies chainsaws that you got from Husqvarna as well, or do they still make them?
I don't have any chainsaws that I can't use regularly. I sell all the stuff I can't use on regular basis because I don't have space, and also I'm renovating my house, so I need money for renovations. So if I'm not using the chainsaw often enough, I sell it.
I can imagine that tends to be quite costly. So I think we're getting down to our kind of standard question here, and I do think I know the answer already. But what is your favorite piece of gear and why?
Any gear? What would you
Yeah.
guess? Yeah. Maybe this one? Oops, sorry. Like a chainsaw or something? No. I bought a new toy today, and I think that's my favorite.
Ah, the small rigging pulley.
Yeah.
From IC.
It's so beautiful. So this is my favorite right now.
Nice.
Yes.
Cool. So apart from that, that's the 540 XP in behind you there.
Yeah, this is the 540 IXP. But this is the chainsaw I use the most. This is the 550 XPJ Mark II. So this I use every day. Every day.
So do we have any questions from the audience, or do you have any questions, Brad?
No.
I think we covered them earlier today, right?
Sorry?
Let's see here.
It's on French.
This is in French, and my French is lousy.
Yeah, but I have a French message here. Can you read it?
Yeah, I can read it, but I'm not sure what it says.
No, but the French guys will know.
Okay, no further questions. I think we're going to say we'll call today there. Thank you very much for being on the Treetop Chat. It was real fun to have this conversation. And thanks to everybody who's watching. If you're watching live, or you can see this on our IGTV or YouTube channel as well. We hope that these little conversations can add some value to your daily job. If you have any suggestions or any comments, feel free to reach out. Always valuable to hear what people think about these little sessions. So tell us about it, please. Next week, we're going to have a conversation with John Faulkner, known as Frogsby or Armageddon on Instagram. So please check in next Friday. Next Friday is probably going to be my cameraman running the show, because I'm going in for a bit of a surgery next week. So he's going to be my stand-in here. But nevertheless, thank you very much, everybody. Have a very nice weekend. And again, Ann Elisabeth, have a nice weekend, and we'll see you all.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Take care.